All right. Hello, everybody. And it looks like Zoom is not cooperating. Look at that. Hopefully, everybody can hear us. So give us a shout out on there if you can hear me at least. And we're
I
gonna
can
try.
hear you. I
We're
can
I
hear
gonna.
can
you,
hear you.
Todd.
You can. Well, yeah. You guys are local on the Zoom here. So let's see if they. Let's see if they come up and
I
tell
heard
us.
you on tape delay through YouTube because
Oh, you
people have
did. Okay.
misinterpreted. Yeah.
Well, I have it shared as always, and let's try this. No, that's the wrong Zoom. That's going to share that one. There we go. I don't know
Oh,
what I did. I turned it on and off, and now we're sharing Zoom. So,
we're back.
welcome, gentlemen. All right.
Hi,
Well, thank you,
everybody.
everybody. Sorry, there's always something technical with this that goes on. I swear.
User error.
Well, I call it an ID 10T error, but usually most of the time. So, well, welcome, gentlemen. And welcome everybody for joining us today. Thank you. This is movie night number 14. I can't believe JT was asking, did we really do 13 of these already? And it is true. So coming into from the Sci-Fi Diner, Mr. JT Kujar. How are you tonight, JT?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. What'd you order? Did you get? You have anybody come? Did you get the? I always like
What
the
is it? The
salad
the
there with the steak on it. It's really good.
barbecue bacon cheeseburger or something they have
Oh,
there,
there
I
we go.
think. And I'm sitting at the auxiliary tables in the back near the kitchen. I'm
Oh,
not
nice.
actually in the car.
Yeah,
So
you're at the counter. You want counter
yeah.
service. You're in line for the concessions. That's what you are.
Yes.
Mr. Brian P. Miles coming in tonight from West Coast Video, checking out what
Yeah.
the new hot releases on
I'm
VHS.
getting Cool World back here, back there. Kim Basinger in Cool
Oh,
World.
there it is. Yeah. There's probably a room in the back with a curtain. I urge you tonight not to go in
The
there.
adult section,
Yeah,
yes.
we'll stay away from that. And I believe all the way from a recent expedition, he has landed back in the Tampa Bay area, St. Petersburg, Clearwater. I'm sure he took a long voyage. Professor Bowers coming into us tonight from the Adventurers Club. How are you doing tonight, Hal? Look at you've got
Aloha,
the pith
dude.
helmet and,
Yeah, I'm celebrating the fact that we're about to release our episode of our part three Pleasure Island podcast, all about the Adventurers Club and Comedy Warehouse. I thought I may as well dress up for it tonight.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, you've been deep editing that episode this past week, so you gave me a break.
Yes.
So thank you very much. All right. Well, we've got a nice packed, and we have a show pack tonight, right, Brian? We've got everything tonight a little bit.
We've got it all.
We've got a show pack,
Locked and
a
loaded.
packed show. We've got some surprises in here that you are definitely not going to want to miss. And our first one up is the show pack. So, Brian, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about the show pack? We've seen him before, but this is another one.
We have, but I am gonna. Well, I'll try my best. I have to put it up against my shirt so you can see it. Otherwise, it disappears in the video store. So the show pack was sold in the parks, or you could order it from Disneyland merchandise. There's a little catalog in there. We ran one on movie night 6, 7, somewhere around there, maybe 8. We ran the visit to the Magic Kingdom. But this would come with a cassette tape.
Yep.
And 40 slides. And the slides, you probably don't have a before and after set up for the folks, Todd. But
I'll show them a little later.
if you
what it
could
looks like.
imagine just like shooting red dye into your eye and then just looking at the slides, that's the condition they were in. There's like nothing there. And I made a digital scan of them and cleaned them up a bit and then sent them up to Todd to go through the Ted Turner colorization process.
That's right.
And they look phenomenal. Actually, they look better than probably anybody else's show pack looks.
That's right.
This is the third Walt Disney World and the final Walt Disney World one. There was a day at the Magic Kingdom, an evening at the Magic Kingdom, and then this one, which is America on Parade. The parade that was created 1975 to lead into the bicentennial. And these images get shared online, and there was booklets put out and lots of merchandise put out, and the show ran both here and in Disneyland. And when you look at it, there's the washed out, terrible looking photos that are going to be part of this.
Yep. They are.
But what's going to happen here is this time you actually get an explanation of these zany, crazy parade floats and why they had a giant sandwich or what appeared to be someone being dunked in lava, which you'll actually find out tonight was cold water. So
They didn't use real hot water?
no. It was supposed to represent a cold water dunking, which
Gotcha.
apparently was a way they punished mischievous folks, that the narration says.
That's right.
It doesn't get your whites as white, but it's effective against witches.
It does. You have to add bleach for that. So
There we go.
So should we run with the first one here,
Yeah.
Todd? Is
And
it-
Brian, I think we did do another one. We had the evening at Magic Kingdom too, right?
We did both of them.
Okay, well, yeah. So this is actually the third one that we've got.
Yes.
Okay, cool. And are there more out there?
Those are the three. There's a Disneyland one. There's Disneyland ones, but we're not in the Disneyland business.
Okay, fair enough. Not that I
We'll
not that I
leave
want to
that
go
for retro Disneyland to take care of.
I don't want to go through this slide restoration hell again anyway, because it was.
Well, I was thinking of rescanning the other ones and sending them up for you to do your color restoration. Now that we've got a more powerful
in some
machine.
downtime. How's that?
Now that we've upgraded to 48K,
Yeah,
I thought maybe we could, redo them.
exactly. Well, here we go. Let's start this here in the show pack, and we'll probably have to adjust the volume a little bit, but it should be starting here in a second. All right. If it wants to.
Oh, I have to load my own up, right?
Oh yeah, we should do that. Sorry, gentlemen.
Well, these have sound, right? So
These do have
They
sound, so
do.
let's
So
let's do that.
we'll
We're a little
mostly be
rusty. It's
quiet.
been a month and a half.
I'm just
so-
going to watch the broadcast one on delay.
All right. Are you guys? Is anybody else going to play it? JT, how are you going to play it?
I'll play it. Mine's open, so
All right,
whenever you're ready.
I'll play it then.
All right. So just let me know when you're ready. There's a
I'll
long
do it.
pause in the beginning I haven't taken out yet. So, all right, gentlemen,
Hey,
on your mark, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So we'll take a couple seconds here. So as you saw, the red was pretty bad. There wasn't a lot of color in here. We did as much as we could to bring it back. We have
we'll
done.
see how much better it is.
Yeah, we did what we could. It's not perfect, but we did what we could here.
In the spirit of 76, Walt
I'm
Disney
gonna bring that
Productions
audio down a
proudly
little bit.
presents America on Parade. I'll be your guide on this musical tour of America's history. Each time you hear the sound of the Liberty Bell, you should advance to the next slide. Now let's take a look at this salute to America. Not quite as old as America, but very much a part of its culture, Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, and Goofy lead off to the tune of Yankee Doodle, the song that says America every time it's heard. Early one dawn
This
in
slide gave me nightmares, by the
1492,
way. Not what it
Christopher
is, but
Columbus
this one was
daringly
really hard to
set
get
sail
right, and
on
it's still not
unknown
right.
seas to find a new passage to the East Indies. This courageous voyage brought him to the shores of the New World.
Yeah, the chime is the Liberty Bell, and after editing this together and trying to drop the slides in at the right spot, that Liberty Bell gong sound was in my head for
survived with the aid
quite
of
a bit
the
of
Native
time.
American Indians, set aside a day of Thanksgiving.
Look at the size of that bird.
Starting a new life was not all fun. Hard work and discipline were required. And being locked all day in the stocks or
There it
plunged
is.
into chilly water on the
Coming up.
dunking stool served as discipline for those who were mischievous.
That'll do it.
When work was done and the satisfaction of raising a new homestead
Dunking
was in
stool.
the
They
air,
should bring that back.
neighbors from far and
Might-
near
might help
gathered
out a little
together
bit.
for square
Certain
dancing
situations.
to foot-stomping melodies like Turkey in the Straw.
Hey, look, it's the
One man who
the
played a
chimney there
major
was built
part
by
in the
Soren
development of these
2.0.
so-called United
That's right.
States
It just
was Benjamin
leans a
Franklin.
little.
This man, a
Ooh, just a
printer,
close-up.
author, inventor, scientist, diplomat,
Yeah, that
and
slide was
statesman,
incredible too.
carried the word
Good old
from
Ben.
the colonies to the King of England.
Brian, you know him
that
well
this
in your
new
town.
land, America, wanted its independence.
What a
When
happy
he
family of
returned
creepy
from
doll people is
England
what
with the
Treeguard
king's
says.
denial,
It's about right.
The colonists knew that they would have to fight.
Now,
for
can we
their
imagine if there was a
independence.
show pack of the World
Patriotism
Showcase dolls?
grew throughout the colonies as they joined together to uphold their ideals of freedom. And after 8 years of fighting, the cannon stopped firing. The colonists had won independence from England. Let freedom be
So
heard.
Magical Trash
And let
says,
the
how
Liberty
often do you think
Bell
folks
ring
want to
out across the
re-watch
land.
this parade?
Todd, I think
The
Hal
red,
said it was
white,
very
and
popular.
blue of
It
Old
was,
Glory
and
became
judging
a
on
symbol of unity
from
for this
the
new
films
republic.
that we have restored,
And soon waved
wow,
high over the
it
new
was also
United
recorded
States of
quite a bit.
America.
So it was popular.
A woman patriot, Betsy Ross, hand
Just like
sewed
everything
the
else, what
first
we regard
American
as
flag in June
corny
of
and creepy now is
1776, at the request of George Washington.
Seemed much differently back then. There was a huge
Pushing
amount of
across the
patriotism going
frontiers
on at
into
that
the
point in
west,
time of year.
pioneers
Right
made
time.
their way in covered wagons. New land was being explored. America was expanding.
Westward expansion.
The great Mississippi River, commercial highway, romantic
Mighty
waterway,
Miss, the
creator
old
of many
man.
legends in American history.
Nice
Tom
reference
Sawyer
there,
and
JT.
Huck Finn lived and played
The old-
along the mighty riverbanks.
Was he really ever called the old
The
man?
mood of the Mississippi changed from tranquil to
calls
party
it something
time
else in the
with the
movie, too. I
gaiety
can't
of
remember.
steaming showboats.
Old Man River.
Loaded with people, they made their way up
He
and
starts
down
singing,
the river.
remember?
And
Yeah, that's
all
right.
enjoyed the merriment of carefree tunes. Pushing onward into the setting sun, stagecoaches
some
brought
galloping
more and
horses
more
there.
people to the frontiers as the pioneers
I like
left
that look on a
comfortable
parade float.
homesteads and
Yeah.
headed
Looks
further
they're in
west,
mid-jump, but
There's-
they're
yeah, they're
fake,
America's
obviously. Yeah,
boundaries,
Are you sure they're
settling
fake?
virgin
You can go pet them.
discovering gold.
Bentley.
Lands were cleared and planted. Homes were built, and the discovery of gold started a rush, bringing thousands of people.
And
hoping
how
to
do you remember
find
how many
their
floats
fortunes
this
from
had
the dusty
overall?
hills. Small
I
towns
don't.
sprang
I'd
up
have
like
to
wildflowers
find my America on
as the
Parade book.
westward
Okay.
It was like 38 or 40 or something like that.
Can you imagine this backstage? That is, I have to say that the promontory point. That's so. That is. That's a great.
Do you have America on Parade book, Hal?
I do.
Wow.
Two. There was a hardbound, very thick, and a soft cover. That was
Wow.
not as thick.
Signifying the completion of the first
Yeah, the audio was distorted. We had 2 copies of it. Both had challenges with it. We took the hiss out, but a lot of it was had tape warble. I guess you could call it. Tape's probably degraded. If anybody really wants to spend the time to restore the audio, just let us know.
Actually, just find better things to do with your life.
True, too.
The Sunday band concert.
I'm like, well, the music is from the America on Parade soundtrack,
Special
LP,
time for sweethearts
which was
walking
available as a
hand in
picture
hand
disc.
under blue
So you
skies
could get that.
and lazy
We could
sunshine.
get that LP, clean that
Look
up,
how
and
nice
then we
the
could
jails
redo
were
the
back
narration.
The good old summertime.
Actually, I want to say they digitally released that on the Walt Disney World Forever system.
Look at that. So all we need to do is re-narrate it, and we're all set.
Education was a birthright
Gosh.
open to all. Leisure time enabled Americans to participate in favorite pastime
Cheerleaders.
sports.
It's amazing how long
Time
40
out,
slides
a favorite
feels when
call
it's
to
this
every
parade.
Time out to watch.
We did get. We're
or to
going to talk a little
root
bit later,
for
but we
our
do have
team.
more footage of this as
The
well.
traditional
There's the
Sunday
popcorn.
picnic brings out
There it is.
Americans' love
Listen.
for the fun food like ice cream, candy, popcorn, and hot dogs. But the all-time favorite and the best snack of all is the double
Big sandwich coming up
double
there too.
super
Lollipops.
giant jumbo sandwich. America was now going through its second revolution.
We didn't see the sandwich,
Industrial
though.
Revolution.
It was there.
Thomas
Oh.
Edison was a
Yeah.
prominent figure with the invention of his electric light bulb. The American home has become a place of modern
The
convenience.
massive iron here.
No longer are irons heated over an open flame. Now music
Oh,
permeates
big
the
radio.
airwaves.
Well, that's
from
just the
a radio
iron larger turned on its side.
and instant
It's rotated
Quick
90
change.
degrees.
available with Alexander
Turned into an
Graham Bell's
entire parade of
telephone.
Monopoly pieces.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
America
here's
was moving
here's the
fast.
ship
Iron
and
the
the bi-
phone.
Automobiles
battleship.
were bumping over ruts in the road. Ships were crossing the ocean.
Wright brothers up top there.
Inventors tinkered
Yeah.
with flying machines.
Birthplace of
More
aviation
rails
here, you
were
know.
being laid.
Look at that
And
steam
some
engine
people
just
even claimed we would fly to the
barreling
moon
right
one
through.
day.
I like the old Gemini space capsule back
Mhm.
there. The Mercury.
Singing cats.
Where did they store all these floats too? I mean, I don't know. It was
Music
In
It's
America,
crazy.
Todd.
Oh.
In America.
Music
Gotcha.
surrounds us now more than ever before as new and exotic sounds emerge from this exciting industry.
it's interesting. Yeah, that,
Walt Disney's Snow White and
Were-
the Seven Dwarfs
were these
was
always
the
in the
first
parade?
animated
Yes.
feature
they
movie.
were okay. For some reason, I couldn't remember. I was wondering why they were in that.
Americans flocked to their neighborhood theaters to see the
And
latest
when was
thing in
Aristocats? Was that in that year? Were they trying to push it
Yes.
too?
Yes.
The big silver
Opened in
movie screen,
71.
exciting
Gotcha.
color and dish night.
Now I'm
all
poking the
went
bear tonight
begging
with questions
when
that I
black
can't
and
remember
white
answers
flickers
to.
across a tiny television screen brought special entertainment right into the home. Now such great Disney films like Winnie the Pooh are seen in full color at home by millions. Not to be outdone by television, the movie industry...
Don't worry, folks. There's only 35 more minutes of these slides.
Correct. About a minute.
About a minute. It goes fast in the end.
It gets really good here.
What is all this IP doing in the parade? Yeah, there's never any IP in a parade. Great comment. Great comment. Oh, circus bears.
The symbol of show business in America.
I thought circus bears were from Russia.
Spectators from coast to coast, along with vaudeville, stage plays,
everywhere.
radio, film, and television.
There's Dumbo. Dumbo's up there too. Yeah, I
Oh, yeah,
saw
he
that.
is.
Into a world of fantasy.
Maybe Bongo.
Americans
I think that
love
one
to
bear
be
in the back might have been
entertained,
Bongo.
and America
Oh, okay,
knows
yeah,
how
that
to
makes sense.
please her audience.
Yep, people are saying bongo, bongo. Yep.
The United States of America.
Like 4 of us know
From
who
the
that is.
beginning, discovery, contributions, achievements, to this very moment of the 200-year
Is this the same band every parade, or is this one of those local band things they do?
Today, we Americans
Tomorrow's
are
Fear says after every
still
sentence he's going to play the Liberty
proud
Bells.
among others in the world. America, leading the way in helping others, maintaining
Wally
freedom.
Bogue's asking you to bump
leader
up the
in
audio and the
equality.
video a little bit, Tom.
Yep,
God
just did that.
bless America.
We'll have this
and
available for
all
everybody
you
to listen
stand
without our
for.
banter, so we'll publish it out there.
May Liberty's
Lady Liberty
flaming
and Uncle
torch
Sam are gonna
forever
close this out.
shine from sea to shining sea. And may our great symbols of freedom shine
There he
like
is. He's
beacons
saluting.
for all nations to see, and inspire all mankind
Happy
to live
birthday.
together in peace and harmony.
All right. Well, we'll tuck that under the covers and bring that back out next July, right? Oh my goodness. All right. So Brian, yeah, we'll release that. Let everybody listen without our banter and going on and stuff. But we've got another one coming up here. This one, Brian, you and I had a good laugh talking about it actually, earlier tonight too, because you're like, I said to you, we never released this one, and you couldn't believe it. It was
So I watched this. We had this Epcot 1985 film, and as soon as because I'm like, oh, I wanted to watch it so I could tweet tonight about what we were broadcasting tonight, and I'm looking at the video, and it's got our old logo down in the bottom, and I'm like, boy, I really don't remember this, but it was something we released. Wow, how many years ago did we release this? Because it's phenomenal. And Todd's like, no. Much like when Clark Griswold goes up into the attic to hide the Christmas presents and finds the presents from 10 years ago, that's what happened to us.
Yep.
This is Mother's Day 1984.
I just
This is
remembered it. We have a tracking sheet of nearly 200 films that we've yet to release and videos and such. It wasn't on there, and I just said, wow, what are we going to do this? And I was like, you know what? I'll just go through and see if we have anything we haven't released. And sure enough, it was uploaded. It was never released, so it's got the old bumpers on the beginning here. It does not have original sound. I added some Epcot-y type music. I don't even remember what I added here. I think we did this 4 or 5 years ago, somewhere in there. So yeah, this is Epcot from 1985, I believe, November, if I stand corrected. And it's a great thing. If you've been to some of our events and you remember some of our opening montages and closing credits and different videos we've done over the years, you'll notice some clips in here where we grabbed it from. So obviously I knew I had it. I've been using it and just never realized it was released. So
That we never released it. Yeah.
so we'll release it after this. So all right. And Clever Carney, thank you very much for the donation there. Appreciate that. All right. So here we go, gentlemen. On my mark. 1, 2, 3, go.
And this one does not have it has an artificial soundtrack, so
Correct. I'm just
you
gonna
don't need to
bring the
listen to
audio.
the jaunty tune.
Yeah, I'm just going to bring that down low. So November 1985.
Silent 8mm.
Yep.
It's remarkable how much that view hasn't changed between the Magic Kingdom and Epcot Center. It's just a lot of road and a lot of trees still.
Yet.
And there's that lake.
We're going to just fix the
Still
size
there.
here a little bit and get every frame in for everybody. There we go. It's a little better.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. Great view.
You do a quick cut. Look at that. Boom. Universe of Energy.
We're just moving
Look,
right
there's no
around.
barges. There's no barges in the lagoon.
No.
Remember, JT, it's quick because you got to save your film.
Yeah.
This is
Oh, it's the old
the
fountain.
old fountain.
Yeah, the last year before they replaced that fountain.
This is early morning based on where the sun's coming from too. And
Oh, look at it.
Not a lot of
Everything's a
people.
walk-on.
Yeah, and there are a lot of benches, Brian. You're right.
there's Living Seas
Oh,
under construction.
Seas
Well,
under construction.
at least a little bit of it.
Well,
That's
the
a
world's
great,
eighth ocean.
Great shot. Look at that.
Nice, yeah.
I think those are our subjects.
I think.
Earl's saying, "Come on, let's go." Come, yeah, he's waved. He waved. Come on.
Quit shooting the fountain. This doesn't matter, but really,
It will
does.
to people years from now, who find this on eBay or
Here's the Future World brass.
yeah. This is a clip. One of those guys he's got a Pepsi Rolex on right there.
Huh.
That watch is worth quite a bit now.
The Gateway. Did it change to Gateway Gifts?
Yeah,
Yes.
eventually, yeah.
You're
It
right.
just says The Gateway.
That's fascinating. Nice catch, JT.
Look at that.
I look for shirt ideas. That's all I do here.
So now we're just deleting gifs off of everything from now on.
Just romantic stroll.
Yeah.
Very communicable.
I thought they were her
Good
shoes
leap
in his
up
hand.
to the
initially.
camera.
Got some leaping water coming up here.
Woo!
Look at those. I think this is 16 millimeter. I can't remember. I'd have to go back and look. It might have been 8.
Yeah, it says 8 at the beginning, but
It was 8. Okay, that's why I
Yeah.
mark it. So okay, thank you.
Look at that. This guy was a real cinematographer. There's some very good shots.
Whoa.
And I got to go to the bathroom now. No. Look at this kid trying to pull the Armagero. That's so mean.
It's
And
trying
Jared
to
shakes
take
his
it
hands
apart.
like, "Get off
whoa,
me, kid."
don't touch.
He's
Yeah,
like,
don't
no,
touch
no.
me.
Yeah.
How was he
I'm gonna-
controlled?
I'm
Remote?
going to send Danny
Yeah,
K
there's
after
somebody with a
you.
rope control.
Exterminate. Exterminate.
Yeah.
Puts out little shocker prongs and jabs him.
I like the.
All right, now watch this. They go to lunch in Bistro de Paris,
What a
and
shot.
you're like, oh, what are they eating? Oh, well,
Flowers.
there it is. It's like chicken and brown gravy, which I think was like.
Did you
Coco
see he
Bang.
was about to hang the spoon on his nose?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did. I
Oh
saw
my
he was,
God.
he was, he was goofing off.
POV eating here. Let's bring the
Exactly.
fork
Yeah.
to the.
Fork right up to the camera.
Huh? How'd they get up? Oh, right. You used to be able to walk. Okay, so they're in the bookstore on the other side, shooting down because you used to be able to
Yes.
get there. Oh,
Streetmosphere? Or is that a
a
misguided
hurdy-gurdy.
guess?
I don't know what that
France.
is.
I hope it is. They
She's
didn't let
singing
this
a song
person
about
in.
her beauty mark.
Okay.
Oh, a mime.
Oh
Oh.
boy, let's bring those back.
Yeah,
Too bad this is a silent movie.
these are valuable.
He cut so tight on that monorail ride. Now he's wasting it all on this mime.
That's right.
She's a very, fetching mime.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a minute already here on this thing.
He knows it plays well in silent 8mm footage.
Gosh,
And she's taking her
put the
notes.
camera-
Oh.
Put the hat on the camera.
what does those notes say?
I don't know.
Yeah, I wish you could.
And there's my fountain.
There it is, running well. It's a long day. Sun's starting to go down. They're riding the jet.
Is this from the bus? Yeah, see,
they're
this is
riding the
high
bus.
up.
That's lovely.
It's a neat view, isn't it? It's
It is
just-
a
It
great
really
view.
is.
God, it's a shame they don't do that anymore. Just
This
for
must be what it's like to be a bird flying around World Showcase.
Yeah, look at that. It makes for some fantastic shots like this too. I can almost see Donald where he's meet and greet.
Yep.
It's like a full tour here. Oh, I guess they decided to get off.
Did the
Gonna go.
bus stop at each country?
It was
Yes.
like 4, wasn't there? How 4 stops?
Oh, I thought you're probably right.
I think there was like 4 stops around. Yeah.
Probably kind of like in between, so that way.
Yep. Because the main one was between the 2 international gateways.
Oh boy.
Oh, look at this. No super glue required. For
I
this
see
trip.
people walking around World Showcase like this all the time.
Especially during food and wine.
Are they waiting for Frozen, the line? Yeah.
No, they blow bubbles at you now.
This is insane. This is insane.
Yes, this is splendid China.
What is the tour, the Chinese tour that goes around Shenyang, right? It looks like the same acrobats.
There's like four.
A couple
or
of
five
them,
I
yeah.
think.
Oh, they turned the camera on too late to see the Der Buchenworm sign.
Darn it. What's that behind them? Something.
That is the banquets sign, right?
Oh,
Yeah, that's
okay.
the entrance to that place everybody goes and gorges themselves on the
The
buffet.
beer garden?
Yeah, that's it.
We have nearly every pavilion from the omnibus, which is fantastic.
Yeah, this is a 9-minute
Mm-hmm.
film, so it was I don't know how many reels of
That would be most likely 3.
3. Okay.
Yeah, they're about 3 minutes each. Yeah.
There's the boats. A lot of them are still there. Nobody notices them. They're still out there.
They're there. Nobody goes up to Italy. It's roped off half the time.
Yeah, you're too busy running over to get like a Italian ice or something. Go back to that pizza window.
Just hanging out
Yeah.
in the piazza, as one does.
And they got back on. They weren't going to walk this.
No.
Very
way.
clear.
It's like 3 miles around. They're not making that walk.
He had his shoes off anyways.
Oh,
Oh,
Morocco.
go Morocco.
There it
Morocco
is.
had that new country smell back then.
Lots was going on in Morocco. Didn't spend much time though.
That's a drive-by.
Burpees in
Oh,
Morocco.
how'd they get back to America?
Yeah, what?
The magic of edits, how?
Oh, okay.
Now we're on the America Garden stage.
Yep.
Before it had a cover and
It's like
One-
we're just seeing some
one thing I wanna
traditional
mention,
Mexican
too.
dancing.
For people who are going, wow, it's a lot of World Showcase. One of the couple things that we've noticed over the years. First of all, Epcot films are rare, right? A lot of people were transitioning to video. And when you did utilize it, you really didn't know how to use your camera indoors. So a lot of Future World is indoors, if not, all of it really. So we got a lot of just general pavilion shots and outdoor shots of Future World, and very, very little film indoor, and majority of what you have is what you see here. And also too, the demographic of those
Yeah.
visiting
Old-
Epcot at the
old
time
people
were
love
older.
World Showcase.
Yeah
back
it was,
then.
yep. So they a lot of the films that we've got of Epcot skip through Future World, and just look at our famous one, the Jenkins, Harold and Yvonne and Harold. Yeah, narrated the whole thing. There we
Did.
go.
And that is the end. Yeah.
There we go.
So
All right, Brian.
better late than never. We got to bring this out. you know?
Absolutely. I hope everybody enjoyed it there. So,
That was pretty.
all right, Brian, I'm going to let you do a little show and tell here, and the next
Well,
one's
I wish I had a VHS. Well, actually, here.
have one?
So the show pack is almost identical to the size of a VHS tape. Okay, this box is about the size of what a VHS tape was. Comparatively next to it, I got to try to let me turn off my background. That's going to be the best way to do this, so that you can actually see what I'm trying to illustrate. But how big the Betacam tape is here that we are about to show you. Okay,
Not
there.
normal beta.
Not normal Betamax. Normal Betamax was about that big. You
Even
know, where my
smaller
hands
than
are, like
VHS.
cut the top off. I mean, normal Betamax was a little smaller. VHS tapes, Betacam, if you can see by size, is like gigantic. And we were excited because a friend of ours alerted us to 2 Betacam tapes from Walt Disney Productions, actually Disney MGM Studios post-production, cassettes that were up for auction. We bought both of them. And I was really excited for this one. Here, this tape, because it says Creative Entertainment, the 25th anniversary parade, Toontown, and there's a note on the front that says no Barnstormer footage, just so you know.
Don't even think about it.
But it is dated September 4th, 1996. So this would have been the 25th anniversary parade started October 1, 1996. So this would have been actually a recording of the parade without park guests. And I was really excited to see this tape. And so we sent it to our converter people, and it came back with no video in the transfer. The tape is blank.
Not even no Barnstormer.
No,
everything.
that happened to us before.
It really had no Barnstormer.
Yeah, there's no Barnstormer for sure. However, we did have a second tape, which I'm grabbing here.
This is where the gold is, people. Get ready.
It is. This second tape was Innovention's Millennium B-roll, and it is 34 minutes of Disney MGM Studios production shot of them walking around Innoventions in 1999, October 1999, it's dated. And we got this converted a few months ago. We watched it one night, just the four of us, and it's great. I mean, if you saw Innoventions when it was the sad old half abandoned place it was the last 5 or 10 years, this was it in its heyday. You know, after it opened in 94 and they were still refreshing the exhibits. This was Innoventions before Epcot started to fall apart after the Millennium. So it's I don't know what else I can say about it. It's 34 minutes of good stuff, right?
We got to get started before midnight rolls around. But one other thing, Brian, is that we struggled with it because you got it converted and they sent it back to us and they had highly compressed it. And I was like, I'm not touching this thing. We got to get this done right. So
that's right. Yeah, so we had to have it redone.
We had it redone.
Well, what did you say? Betacam is how many frames per second?
Well, this one was it was interesting. This was recorded at 60 frames per second, which is unheard of back then. So what this probably was done is to make sure they could have a very high quality, high frame rate. And this type of B-roll not only went to news outlets and such to use for those types of things, but a lot of it was also shot so that they could do their own in resort television, the different things of come see Innoventions, and these would be
quick
shots and
cuts,
stuff.
90s,
Exactly. So you're going to see a lot of 1 minute cuts, 30-second cuts, and then they would choose and pick from there. So, so let's get this queued up. The Betacam player is ready to go, and on my mark, gentlemen, 3, 2.
I have to cue it up.
Oh, okay. Just let me know when you're ready.
No,
Brian wasn't doing anything except explaining everything.
Exactly.
I was busy giving us the scoop.
Some stuff doesn't have audio. We will release this obviously afterwards, right. But some stuff doesn't have audio. Some stuff we're going to be talking through it, but if you do hear people talking, sometimes it's just the cameraman telling the people what to do, or you'll just see people standing there and kind of looking off and then starting and looking at the camera. So,
and you all feel free to talk too. We won't be able to hear you, but
Vanessa says she worked there in 06. So Vanessa, if you see anything, give us some comments. Give the people what they want. Tell them what you know.
All right, I'm queued up here for Epcot Aerials.
All right, here we go. Here we go, gentlemen. 3, 2, 1, go. And we start with Epcot Aerials. The other interesting thing is I have upscaled this to 720p. So this has actually been.
That's my favorite P.
It is your
now,
favorite
for those of you with weak consciences, know that there's going to be a lot of Epcot wand footage here at the beginning.
Yes.
I'm sorry, weak constitutions. Those of you with weak constitutions may wish to leave the theater.
Let me just fix that for us there.
Oh, there's the gravestones in front of the ball too.
Fountain.
So because the quality was so good to begin with, I was able to use artificial intelligence to actually enhance this even further. So the quality of this is really
it's even better than Disney's seen
it. It is. It's upscaled. So if you're watching our Twitter feed this week, you saw us working on this. And the audio is really low because there's just this stuff doesn't have. I should insert the helicopter sound here, right? Now this could be produced in a drone for about $50.
Back then, it was a $10,000 day of production.
Yeah, easily.
Oh, wow, that was coming up through the parking lot. I had no idea.
Yeah, that was a fantastic shot. Look at that zoom in, huh?
Wow. A lot of effort went into that thing.
Wait, did that have a red light at the top because it was over 200 feet tall?
It had something up
There
there.
seems to be a beacon
strobe
up there.
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean, there was, but
remember that was one of the ones we found on the FAA maps. correct. We did use Topaz Video Enhance AI is what we used to bring this up to make it even better. It does a pretty good job.
Oh yeah, that is a blinking red light on top.
That's part of the magic, Hal.
It is. Oh, what's the fountain show behind it has like it looked like a giant number 4 for a minute there.
Yeah, I thought it was like
yes, they were celebrating 20,004.
Oh, and look at all the sidewalk LEDs or fiber optics going.
Yeah,
off
you
down
can see
there.
them. Electric umbrella.
Interventions, fast-paced montage.
Don't blink, anybody. Whoa!
Oh,
Because you gotta have a montage.
This needs 80s music or 90s music to it, right?
Well,
Quick cuts.
Oh,
That kid had a rash. He did.
it was a stamp. This kid's blown away.
Dude, that's
quality
right, we need
looks-
technology and people who look amazed.
Yeah. This is probably some of the best pre-HD
Ooh, I saw
quality you could get.
Pontiac Aztec EV1.
We're going to see a lot of these cuts later on, the longer versions of
Lenticulars.
Sonic.
At least they're not using all possible video effects, right?
right. Yeah.
Like the
The video
shift.
the video toaster had kind
Dreamcast.
of
Yeah,
faded out by then, and they were back to just shooting it straight.
So you can imagine that cut there just be, come to see Interventions at Epcot Center, and you're going to see all these wild things. So
General Interventions. Is he related to who's the general from Cranium Command?
Oh, general knowledge.
Yeah.
General Knowledge, yeah.
Yeah, and General Electric.
And General Admission. That's a Cannonball Run 2 joke. So one of the things I said to the guys when we watched this a few months back, the first run, was that it looks like if you if you went to a trade convention, that really is the what's the one the Consumer Electronics Show,
right.
Big conventions like that. That's what a lot of these displays kind of look like. Like this is the IBM booth, and they're showing off their latest technology.
I think that was the rumor.
Yeah.
They wanted to take people to have their
well, and
CES
so
booths and bring
when we
them.
were looking at it, that was kind of what we figured, that what they did was some of these displays, you'll see them, had to have been displays from conventions, and then the companies just shipped them over here.
Yeah, or they designed it to do both. Hey, we'll put
Correct.
it here to show it off, and then after we're done, we'll get more mileage out of it.
By the way, I love this little guy.
He's cool.
Tom Morrow 2.0. What a great character, and so much motion and so small. It was absolutely amazing when that thing came out.
We should have more of him.
He was on the Imagineer That interstitials on the Disney Channel.
How'd they
At the
charge him
table.
back then, too? Like lithium ion wasn't a thing.
Oh, he's up now. He's all plugged in, hardwired.
Oh, he was?
Yeah,
I saw him rolling around. I thought he was.
he was. But there's a post coming up through a hole in the.
Oh, he didn't
stage
have free
door.
to roam on the stage. Okay.
Yeah, so he could. Yeah,
He
He
wasn't
wasn't BB-8.
trackless.
It wasn't BB-8.
I was getting ahead of myself here in really, technology.
Wand close up.
Extreme close up.
Like Wheel of Fortune.
And you have to have the cockeyed shot, at 45
Yeah.
degree angle.
Hey, now we're gonna
At
head over.
Epcot 2000, it's Interventions, the road to tomorrow.
Quick zoom.
I like the zoom.
What is Wayne?
out.
What is Wayne's World? Unnecessary zoom? No, what do they call it?
Extreme close
Extreme
up.
close
Extreme
up.
close up.
Whoa, we're going upside down.
Oh
It's so
my god! Now
crazy.
we're
Vanessa
gone
says
Dutch.
Vanessa said kids would climb that tower all the time. See, people thought it started with the drunk guy in Mexico. You're wrong.
That kid grew up to be the drunk guy in Mexico. That's
Yeah,
what
Could be
happened.
that too. Could be that too.
Networked living. Love
Once
the
caught
old
a kid
smart
at the
home.
top of the Interventions Tower and he jumped off. I want to be that kid's friend.
jeez.
He's in Cirque du Soleil now.
Very MST3K tonight. Yeah, we haven't figured out how to put our shadows at the bottom of
Yeah, but we haven't scripted any of this.
Yeah.
We don't have writers, Haston.
This is all
don't think
improv.
I don't think we could watch Christmas at Walt Disney World again and do that. So
No.
it really, what's really interesting? We're
He needs
laughing.
4. Are you raising your hand, Todd? He needs 4 enthusiastic volunteers.
Oh, I'll go. What's really interesting is that, this really is a look into the production at the time of what was cool, because
What is this game? And has Brooke
quick-paced.
played it on her Twitch?
Oh, isn't that
She's
the
going
Magic
to
Kingdom
answer us.
one?
Yeah, that's.
Mickey's Magic Kingdom or something. They wanted me to digitally remove and stabilize all the herky jerkiness.
He's having fun.
Mouse House Jr.
I love later on when we get to the Sega thing, everything's hooked up to like 27-inch Sonys. They're massive. Big tube TVs.
Yeah.
D-Mac.
Ah, you're getting some D-mail.
Look at that keyboard, Brian. I know you like that keyboard.
He's sending an email to Jane Doe.
At anon.com.
And not
She's dead, man. Didn't you know she's dead?
Anon.
Whoa, that must be why they have this reaction.
Yeah.
It's
Like, what?
This is why Pleasure Island was so whoa.
Go.com website construction zone.
So do you remember? So that was Disney's big thing. Is
I
they
do.
bought
I do.
Go.com.
Why did
and
they
put
do that? What was that?
everything?
It's still the underneath of the architecture
Yeah.
of half the stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. You'd be like go.disneyworld.com.
Or
Everything was-
abc.go.com.
Yeah.
Where does it go now? If I go to go.com, hold on, I'm checking.
It goes.
I think
It
still
works.
goes.
It goes
there.
to. That's weird. It just says not secure. So it just comes up with a link to everything you can think of for ABC, ESPN, Disney, The Undefeated, Marvel. That's really weird. Everybody's going to go.com now. You could pass credentials with go.com domain, right?
That was when
that's a form of
portals were
single
the
sign-on.
strategy.
Very early SAML and Shibboleth interactions between websites. So if anybody knows what Shibboleth and SAML is, raise your hand. I'm curious. It's the tech world we live in and I work in.
Network living brought to you by International Business Machines, your friends at IBM.
The classic, was it Milton Glaser did that IBM logo with the I and the B and the
Letter
in the
M.
end?
That's been, I mean, they've never changed anything, have they? The IBM logo.
Well, actually, it started as
I'm
from
saying
a long time ago.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that one's been.
Oh no, that was so classic. I don't think they've
The
bothered
blue.
to mess with that since
No.
then. Really.
That's like Coca-Cola doing something. All right, we got two. All right. We got a couple people that know what Shibboleth and SSOR, SAML.
Hey, those flat screens? They are.
Are they? Oh, yeah. That's early. Look at the size of the bezel, too.
But those ones.
Look at the speakers on the. Remember that was the thing, guys? You could get the speakers that attach the side of
Yep.
the monitor.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Those were.
Hey, it's Bill Nye the Science Guy.
I mean, a lot of money went into this. You know, it really was Communicore 2.0, but.
Well, at this point, this would have been the third iteration of it, I
Was this
think,
the third one?
or maybe the fourth. Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
they
that's true,
did-
too. This is
they-
after
yeah.
Rolly did his thing, yeah.
Yeah, they were pretty good about cycling these things
Mm-hmm.
in the early years. And as I said, post Millennium, it became we got animals to feed over here a couple miles away.
This IBM
Just
thing looks
stay
like
put.
something that should be at the end of Spaceship Earth. The ultimate home theater experience. This is before you could get like virtual surround sound in one speaker.
Lutron.
Yes, it did used to be Communicore. Oh my God! Look,
Oh,
my face
Fresnel
just
lens, Fresnel lens. Oh, it's so funny. Ha.
1950s.
God, everything is crooked.
back when they didn't even have a car phone.
Let's go into stage 22A, folks. Look at that in-wall TV.
That guy's got to be what's the word when someone is like in on it?
That's like the
Not a
Michael
not a
Scott
Mars.
TV.
He's the plant.
Plant.
The plant.
area,
Thank you.
yes.
Thank you.
Look, everybody's jumping
It's
and
a
saying it now.
subwoofer.
Look
The
at it, you can
size
hide
of
it
a
right
in the
in-
basket.
We could have
It's
two.
a basket full of subwoofers.
Everybody gets one. Oh, going
Let's
behind
show you
the
the
scenes
back
here.
side with your 20 miles of cable in the wall.
Yeah.
She's
Right, there was
very
nothing wireless back then.
anticipating
No.
what she's gonna see. Oh, what's next?
What is this? I can't wait.
Ooh.
You can have this. It
tiny.
only cost $175,000 back then.
What movie
I
do you
think-
think they showed for the demo?
This was probably a DLP projector, is my guess.
So I think this company Lutron makes lamp switches now.
Correct. They were LED and CFL. So
We
that
did
looks,
look them up. Oh,
That looks like some sort of like early
gosh.
HD or something.
She
that's
just
101
able to-
Dalmatians. About the right era.
Oh,
I think it was. I just saw Dalmatian.
that was very subtle.
Communications.
By the way, you
dream.
can buy these movies, Oh, here we go.
This one's so Robin Williams-esque. And it
Yeah, he
reminds-
looks like Timekeeper.
He does. He reminds me of Time. But this is like Timekeeper 2.0 because
He
Timekeeper was
he
already out.
he is the Great Starnack, which is a play on the Great Karnak from Johnny Carson. Try to make that connection, huh?
Yeah. About 9 people got that over the course of the span.
Yeah. But he is boy, he's very Timekeeper-esque.
Yeah. Even the mannerisms.
He used to, Starnack used to spew oil from his fingers all the time.
Hydraulically operated. Look at those sunglasses. Whoa.
Where am I supposed to go? I'm not sure. Oh, maybe this thing with the blinking lights.
Oh,
Arizona Jeans Company.
Remember them? That was didn't
Yeah.
JC Penney own them?
Yes, I
Yeah.
think so.
what a jump.
This is good to see
talking
what
about
everyone's wearing.
fashion now.
Fila t-shirts and
Fila, boss.
Yeah.
oh yeah, the boss.
We're going to melt your mind in here. Jesus.
He's unconvinced, that kid.
That's got a bigger screen than the big home theater one. And look, there's their StarTAC phones.
Motorola. Hello, Moto. Just so everybody knows, we're about 22 minutes left in this. Do not leave because we've got a big announcement at the end. Major,
Several
wouldn't
big
you say?
announcements.
Yeah, major announcement.
There's lots of stuff coming up.
Lots of stuff. You're not gonna
Did you
wanna-
know that one day you might wear a phone on your wrist?
Brian, I was and how guys, I was restoring another old film, specifically the we have the
Technical Association of
The
Pulp
Technical Association of the Pulp and Paper Industry.
Forests for
That's
our
awesome.
future.
That's branding.
this looks like I'm walking into
So-
Rainforest Cafe.
Because I know Yvonne and Kendra are watching. When we went to see the dinosaur exhibit at the Franklin Institute, this was like they might have borrowed this set.
Oh, really?
I mean, that's what it looked like when you
Yeah.
walk through it.
So, guys, I was restoring another from the Astute Computer Review. I have the pre-show, and it references a watch phone back then, and actually translating. It's really interesting. So,
Oh, interesting.
yeah,
That's
I
some
can't-
Dick Tracy stuff right there.
Yeah. Only if your attraction gets approved, though, right? Huh?
Yeah, that's right. It's nice to see the Lithos type face out and like really doing its 90s thing.
I like that every boy in these videos is dressed like Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
You had to.
Oh, that guy's got to borrow in the marketplace.
Look at the by the way, that sleeves in the 90s were huge. If you haven't picked
Everything was.
everything was baggy.
It was a better time.
Nick Tier says
gravity
he
was so
wants a
much
tree
stronger.
TV. A tree TV is good, but you can. That's only good for circle vision.
Oh, there's this rectangle one built in.
Wonder how they spun this, like making paper, but it's just a forest, and you're gonna cut them all down.
Look at this amazing waterfall.
Yeah, this isn't the forest you want to make paper out of.
Exactly. This is like a nature
Is that real water?
reserve.
Wait, is that real water? I can't tell. See, they don't have water feeders at Epcot anymore like that.
There's another set of long sleeves there.
This one's in Braille. Just touch the
Here we
letters,
go,
kid.
JT. Some
Touch
General
the
Motors
letters.
future
All right, let's
cars
see if we
coming
got
up.
any of these.
The
That's the
EV1,
Saturn, right? Yeah.
that's
all big
EV1.
overalls. Those are big. Those were big back then.
Another EV1 up top.
Little do we know they're gonna be crushed a few years later.
Hey, we saw that
She wants
lady
a larger
before.
That's the
font.
same lady.
Yeah,
she
she wants-
switches pavilions.
She wants a larger font size though. She couldn't read it.
Hasten, you're driving your EV1. It's called a Tesla.
Right.
Yeah, they got them all over in there. Shells and this is when they still have this pipe dream of hydrogen powered cars. Yeah, there's the Aztec and some concept cars.
Yeah. Look at this. That's a battery
There's a-
cell, right? It's supposed to be a battery cell there.
I just said saw hydrogen, but I don't know. Fuel cells.
Yeah.
This is where they blew it. They just spent money on R&D stuff they never used. Just odd.
The electric fuel cell vehicle. So that's must have been what they were pumping here. Yeah. Did cameras back in the day not figure out how to control their zoom? Yeah, funny story about that. If you used any camcorder or even any major, even somewhat production value cameras back then, the zoom, the wide and telephoto adjustments were very sensitive, and the harder you pushed it, the faster it would go. But this was production value in the 90s. It was all about not being centered and zooming in fast. And
Oh yeah, all these cuts would have been 2 seconds. And all
Right,
that
because
sort of stuff.
prior to that, for 40 or 50 years, television and video production was all standard off the block, off of a tripod or
Yep.
steady cam. And in the 90s, extreme became a thing.
Right.
And this was all to put
Crazy
extreme
fast.
and hip and
The other thing that occurred to me, Brian, was finally once we got linear video editing,
yeah.
yeah,
the time to do quick cuts in, oh my God, it was
the more
watching a
right, because in film, the more edits you had, the longer it would take.
Oh, and video, it'd be hours because every time
Right.
you on the old tape machines, it would roll back like 10 seconds in order to like drop in the edit. So,
Yeah.
I mean, something with quick cut, it was just not practical to do a bunch of quick cuts.
Right.
Hanjacast. For the people, we had a lot of Aztec comments. Andrew misses
That's pretty
his.
cool. Look at that. Well, welcome to the House of Inventions. I want one of those.
You
You
probably
could
still
buy them
it.
at Brookstone.
That's right.
I love how 90s that controller thing
That's
is.
amazing.
Yeah, isn't that
it?
great?
It's huge.
That's takeoff of the iMac there, the translucent.
Oh yeah, that translucent plastic was
I remember
the shiznit back then.
In the 90s, I got some 300 CD carousel, and it came with this massive, quote unquote, touchscreen LCD remote, very similar to that. It was crazy.
Oh look, interactive toys to life, but like in
It's,
1990.
Disney Infinity. Was that game that for the Wii?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. That
Or
didn't
look,
last
had
long
that.
either.
How did they get a monkey to do that?
Ooh, the flash bake. We need to get that with the Royal Master guys.
Flash Bake is basically the Instapot.
He's
right?
got to
With the-
look. He's got to wear an insulated jacket. It's so hot.
Stand back, everybody.
it's a lead lined vest
That's
because
right.
it's all X-rays.
Oh, and look, the
Mom,
TV
you
on
really
the
know how to hydrate a pizza.
on the fridge. We have that now.
We do have
Smart
that
fridge.
Ooh, DTV autographed baseball.
You'll shop at home.
Yeah, this is totally like.
She's
this
like,
is-
no, I won't. I won't shop at home. That's crazy.
Did
I
you
give
see the
my
guy there
credit
with his
card.
video camera taping the
did.
entire
Uh-huh.
thing there he is from start to finish?
Yep,
And here's the
Here's the
bathroom in
shower
future.
of the future.
it's clear, so everybody can see you.
I remember the toilet. I think was heated.
Oh, was it?
Something like that. Yeah. Oh, there's a
Oh,
TV in the shower.
Absolutely. You need to be able to watch the morning news while you.
It's at your lower nether region.
Right.
area, but
If
You gotta have
Straight.
you gotta have Joan London in the shower with you.
Oh, look at that. That's kind of normal now. That sewing
yeah,
machine.
that
You
really
can get
is.
those.
What does she got? Circuit board? She's dialing from her chest? Is that what that is?
Hey, they gotta look upside down.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Oh, this is
um,
Dean Kamen's.
Yeah.
Dean Kamen's wheelchair. That thing is really
So
impressive.
they pranked a few people hiding in the shower as cast members. That's pretty funny.
Oh, there's that Sony dog, right? Wasn't he
Yeah.
Sony?
The Ibo.
This one, I think they tell the girl, like, look into the camera.
Pet him. He knows.
Yeah.
How many sensors he actually had? If you pet him, he noticed.
Tape got a little warbly here. Well,
Careful, he bites. Stop petting him. He doesn't feel all of this. He doesn't. It's just fake.
beautiful science. Oh, do you see that joke from Jeffrey about the dog? He mega bites. Wow, that's a good dad joke.
It is a good one. Oh. Real ants.
Oh, that's pretty cool. The magnifying glasses, or just walk around with them.
Well, that girl has a Mickey sticker. So they were apparently giving out stickers even back then.
Oh yeah.
Remember my son stuck one to his leg. It was on there all day. Got home, wasn't coming off. The thing had a wear.
Really?
Oh yeah, it was it was the Mickey, the little circle Mickey ones stuck to his leg for a long time. We washed it, and it turned dirty and brown where the sticky stuff
Oh,
was.
gosh.
You're on vacation. I didn't have alcohol with me or anything. Well, here, let me bathe you in some rum to get that off.
Not that kind of alcohol.
Exactly. Exactly.
Wow, that's a people kaleidoscope.
That's very Journey into Imagination-esque.
I mean, I guess I'm going to ask the populace here: is this an intervention you'd want to visit today, like with modern, exhibits like this? It seems a lot cooler now than I ever remember it.
I think what's interesting is that, like, what would it be today? Because a lot of the way that these things are being featured, and like that thing right there is very, it's a flat screen. Like, so we're not. You can't make a display with a flat screen to make us excited anymore, right? So how
That was pulled out of Journey into. That was out of ImageWorks. That gag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then it's like this stuff you can see on Gizmodo or Engadget, like,
Right.
right away. You don't have to go to Disney to go see it. So, unless you want to try it, that's the one thing that would be cool, is to try stuff out before. Joe Barlow
like
was talking
Sherlock
about
Holmes
a
here.
turnstile exhibit there.
Yeah.
Imagine you could spend 2 to 4 hours in here
Yeah.
theoretically, and completely miss out on all the attractions and things.
That's true. You look up World Showcases, you don't even get there.
I mean, it does give you, a reason to come back to Epcot on a second day.
Well, it reminds me of
Looking
like
for potato beetles.
we've talked about the science museums and stuff. Like, it gives you little activities and things to do. Like, we have COSI here. You can try things, but
Yeah, I'm reading all the comments, which are basically along a lot of those same lines. So it's interesting. Like when we were watching the commercial pre-roll, we had that record vacuum that we were talking about offline, and a bunch of the people in the comments go, "Oh, I need one of those." So of course, the first thing I did after seeing it yesterday was let me check YouTube and see if somebody's got a video of working 1977 record vacuum. And of course, there's like 10 of them. And so it's just an example of today. If there's something I want to see, I can just hop on YouTube and watch how it works. I don't need to go to a display somewhere to see it.
now if it was something like totally cool, totally unique, like I find this at Best Buy. You know, I mean, how many people actually buy something at Best Buy? You go there and there's stuff sitting out kind of to try. It's like the old Radio Shack or Best, you know, you could actually put your
Yep.
hands on it. And
Yep.
that's more exciting still to me than an Amazon purchase, because it's like, ooh, I can hold this camera up or whatever and mess with it instead of just ordering.
Here comes
it.
your Sega Dreamcast section. I think that said 3 minutes here. Is that
302.
Yeah, 3 minutes of Sega Dreamcast. So here you go, video game people.
Sega.
Yeah. Little B-ball.
NBA 2K. That is when
Right
2K was 2K, actually.
Yeah.
Now it's 2K21. Is that Allen Iverson on the wall there?
AI.
Philadelphia, Brian.
AI number 3. Talk about practice.
Now, this is a different Sega display than they used to have on the Disney Vacation planning video. Remember that? It was like Sonic holding a big ring and all the TVs
Right,
were out.
yeah.
They cut to that dad's like, it's like 1,000 Sega games under one roof. And then they, you know. There you go. There's Shaq.
Yeah.
Celtics.
All those 90s logos, too, and 90s colors.
Yeah, the old Pistons. There's Grant Hill.
And all those, what was the graphics that they, were the full spread? It wasn't just like a
Polygons.
yeah, it wasn't just a patch that was sewed on. It was like a full print, a full bleed print on the shirts.
Oh yeah. On the yeah, they were very intense back then. The courts were nuts. The jerseys were nuts.
Sega Dreamcast.
There's one of these randomly sitting at my school. I always want to hook it up, but it's just sitting there in a box.
What's crazy is the power in that is so minimal. I mean, you could play that on a Nintendo Switch now. There's ways to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
What did you do at Epcot? Spend a day playing Dreamcast.
Well, but your mom and dad might buy you a Dreamcast after playing it there, you know.
Ass fishing.
Well,
it was a
they
big 90s thing.
Your mom and dad could go off and have a nice cocktail somewhere or a quiet dinner while you stayed at Interventions and just played video games, and they were probably perfectly fine with that.
Yep.
If you were, you know, of a high enough age.
Sure. Yep, that's my parents did not come to Disney World to play video games. Mine would have said the same thing. We're not doing that. Ooh, that's advanced for that little spinner.
Fanny pack. Fanny pack.
Got it.
You moo me. What is
Several of
that?
them in that shot.
What was in it back then? I mean, what really? He didn't have a phone. He maybe a big 35mm camera or something.
What? And the
And your
you usually
fanny
kept your
pack.
money and
Your map.
your the room keys, the key to the world they called them back then. Your
That's true. Oh, here we
AT&T,
go.
The broadband high speed before
56K.
anybody had high speed.
It's
There's
a
my
giant
coaxial
coax.
cable. Yeah, it's a giant coax cable.
Someday we'll find it, the broadband connection.
That's a good idea, Smartsphere. We need retro WDW fanny packs.
I love. So this is a character of a cable.
Wait, what? It says VCR.
Yeah, that one's a VCR. Then here
Oh.
comes a TV. But these are all characters. But one of the characters is just like a coiled up cable.
There's a phone.
There's a
Phone
phone.
character. Yeah.
It's,
Look at those.
Into
Look at
skin.
those avatars. Oh, I see the kid
Ew.
there. We're gonna see him in a second.
Oh yeah. He's got like a. He looks like was that Sphinx from MST3K? The big one.
oh, Gypsy.
Gypsy. I'm sorry, not Sphinx. Yeah,
That's all right.
Gypsy. There you go. Yeah, I knew somebody would correct me.
Look at him sitting there with this. uh, 6 minutes to go on this.
Oh gosh, Missouri Spartan brought up the show Reboot. That was so bad. I remember seeing that on like Saturday morning cartoons.
Okay, but here's the thing to keep in mind. That was the year that Toy Story came out, and they were making 1 hour episodes like
True.
every week.
Oh, it was probably a huge deal at the time. I remember just watching how cheesy the writing was. What is
It's
this
the
guy?
Xerox knowledge vortex.
Oh no, I'm trapped in the knowledge vortex.
It's too much knowledge.
Oh.
Those were supposed to hit too. Those signs that would change, like the black and white, like they were cheap to make compared to an LCD or something, and
Oh yeah, they've been
like an early Kindle. You know, how first Kindles were that.
right. They're still
Yeah, e-ink.
the pursuit of digital paper is a big deal.
Nice eyebrows. Why is everybody attacking his eyebrows? Did I miss it? Yeah, there's some more of it.
Gyrocon displays. Those are those are like you can see the ghosting afterwards. It's pretty much an early Kindle.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's look at it clearing itself. Wow. That's your Kindle.
It's like a digital Etch-a-Sketch.
Yeah, that's
2 bits on or off. That's it. That's all you get.
we need more of that in the world, you know? Medicine's new vision.
They're like, we have no sign to point towards, so we're just going to point towards this empty
This
shell.
empty sphere. Let's do it again, just in case.
It's in that dome, so give us a second.
Look, now some people are walking near the dome. No, he waves.
I think that was Fatboy Slim.
This is as close as you can get to the old footage when they just used to set up stuff in the parks. You know, this is as
Yep.
old as you can, close as you can get to that.
There you go. We're going to take the 5.
See, you're on the
Stuff.
information superhighway
That's
right
right.
here, Hal.
Oh, that's right.
And this is
yeah.
a slow pan with Grandma walking
Grandma.
by. There's Monsanto again. What was this one titled?
The
This is supposed
health
to
of
be
the
the-
future. Or...
Yeah,
Not much
our
healthy stuff
medicine.
yet.
None of these people are staying in their lane. They're just like hopping from side to side, no turn signals.
There we go.
Radiology. They need more signs like that in hospitals to make it more fun.
This
I'm
is
going to
where the,
radiology.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm going down, and they should paint lines in the hospital floor, right? So
Yeah.
6
just
apparently was gone by this point.
You know, big logos on the wall.
medicine.
The I-4 experience. Yeah.
Chemo. Just-
Oh, look at that. You go right through
yeah, just
a giant
Oh, like a
MRI thing.
MRI donut. Yep. If MRIs were only that simple, right?
Guess it's kind of pretty.
I love this little bridge. It's the bridge to radiology. Let's
So
go in and
guess-
see if
guess
you've got
used
a
to ask.
life-threatening illness.
guess used to ask cast members for medical advice.
Oh man,
Question for you, real quick, before I head up to World
yeah.
Showcase.
I got a
got
boil.
this
Will you take a
bunny.
look at it?
Okay, if I walk through this portal, will you see?
How are you getting any shirt ideas from any of this?
Oh gosh.
None that'll sell.
I don't know. I think potato beetles. You might that seemed to really get that.
Shan
a
wants
lot
a
of
mission
chords.
impassable.
I don't know.
That-
I want the
that's a
paper. I
kidney
want the
stone.
paper forest.
Mission Impassable is a kidney.
Look at
stone.
Doogie Howser here.
I
Yeah.
like his
That's a
Road to
good-
Tomorrow shirt though. It's got a road on it.
Yes.
What's this guy's back? Is that an X-ray on his back?
Yes, it is.
It's a live X-ray. It's
Come
a
on.
tech ray. You can see his. What is this?
Check out the
That's more
my lungs
Dreamcast.
from smoking.
Why is the Sega Dreamcast in here? What is going on?
You play too much Dreamcast.
This is what happens. Your back is crooked.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Oh, now we're
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
serious though. All right, they're concerned.
My kid's so bored.
Yeah. He's like, please, can we go over to test track?
Whoa! Wow!
Come on.
No, test track isn't open yet.
Yeah, 99. It would have been.
Yeah, well, this is 98. I think this was 98, right? That this was shot, or was it 99? 99 because they had that wand up.
Yeah, the wand was up. Yeah,
October.
We'll check
so
for left
yeah.
balloons and find out.
This track's pretty close to opening here.
Yeah. All right, 1
Explode
minute
the
here,
bag.
just about brain game.
The brain.
You can see the video starting to break up.
Yeah, into the
You can't even hang
Uhura,
on.
Uhura, try to improve our communications.
Exactly. We're losing signal. We're losing signal.
Get the back. Get the back.
And no, I will not try to restore these few frames.
Oh. This jabber jockey.
Here's your test results. You have a fatal brain tumor.
Oh, that's terrible.
Well, that's what it was look like. It was-
Cell Slam, Inner Journey.
Explore the body.
Don't mind if I do.
There's my
That
man
guy
right
is
there.
Grumpy.
He's
He's
Like I went in
explaining
here and I
something.
learned nothing. Jeffrey says if they had working Dreamcast games, it wouldn't have been 98. He says Dreamcast came out 9/9/99.
yeah, this was 99. Yeah.
So,
This
but
was
this came.
October of
So all
99.
those games were in there right after.
Yeah, that was
Cool.
part of the opening catalog.
There we go.
All right, that's
That's
it.
Brian, thanks for that
Good.
find, and we'll get that up there. So
That'll be up there, so you'll be able to share it with your friends,
That's right.
family when they come over. If you want to get rid of them after Thanksgiving dinner or something, just throw this up there. After 5 minutes, they'll be running for the door.
that's right. Now, don't go closing your windows yet. If you do,
Don't
have
go
questions-
closing your windows.
That's right. If you have questions, get them typing in the chat because we got two things to announce and show here, and then we'll get to some of your questions before we sign off. So, first of all, I have to put a disclaimer over this next stuff because this is important. These are important things, right, Brian? It's
Yes.
very
Oh,
important.
Yes.
look at
Tom,
that.
they
Yeah,
are.
you like that? That's just
that's
in case
official.
Anybody?
How
Yeah,
can you-
just in case anybody gets any.
You should have done it in
ideas.
Comic Sans.
Who are you, Michael Campbell?
All right, so we got back. I forget the person who donated some of these films for us, but we had no less than 36 3-minute films, which were fantastic.
All from 70s and 80s trips
Yeah.
to the parks.
So we got them back today. Ironically, they have to be reprocessed because the company screwed them up. Sense that reoccurring theme here. Separate company than Brian
happens.
used. It happens.
It happens.
But I had the compressed versions to go through, and I was feeding the boys. All day I was giving them stuff as I was going through these screen clips. We have so much unique, rare things to show you. We figured we'd give you a little tease of what's going to be coming out in a future movie night here. So let me just start the little slideshow here. This is some gentlemen carrying a roasted pig on one of the very first Polynesian luau's. They move over, and then we get our taste of the first ever luau stage. So, Hal, this is you're the Polynesian historian here. So this had to be. I know they did the big luau when Walt Disney World opened, but when did this
Right.
kick off? I mean, it's very temporary.
No, they did start doing outdoor luau's, I think, pretty much straight off from
Okay.
my,
So
from
this
my,
might have been one of the
yeah.
I mean, the park closed at like 6 o'clock at night.
right. What are you gonna do?
It entertained people at night.
But look, you can see the 2x4s behind this shell here, right in there.
Yeah,
in the middle,
well,
right, and
It was a very low,
Yeah.
low production value at that point.
exactly. All right, what else do we have?
But that's a nice outrigger.
This
Yeah.
is really cool. And what did they? This is where the Wave is now, which was the Fiesta Fun Center. But what
Yeah.
were they use? There was a pool. There's a pool table, so there was some
It-
fun
it-
going
it was
on.
it was a flex space back then
Flex space.
because they would use it for convention displays and other things.
and they got obviously one of the sun catchers or sunbeam or whatever they're called.
Yeah, so they have a
Sunray.
boat rental thing there.
Yep.
There's a pool table.
Yeah. So these are just
There's a couple of potted fake plants or possibly real plants.
Yep. This is the original water show. Right outside the Polynesian. It's got some huge jumps. I didn't realize they jumped as much. It's almost on the level of Cypress Gardens.
Like that Disney flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. We're
That's a
sitting in
shirt
the
right there.
Sitting in the poly.
Oh, they're upstairs.
And this is some news stuff. We news crew there. How you were looking up the company today doing the
Yeah, it's from Tampa St. Pete. It's what, a WTSP,
Yeah, I think that's
which
Ooh,
was
I
a
like this
CBS
one.
affiliate at that point, and then became
Right.
our Fox station.
That's right. I immediately saw two things in this: Mr. Pibb and a half-eaten hamburger.
That's it.
That's it. That's all I saw.
It was a lunchtime.
It
Had
was.
to leave.
It was. But this
You
is
kids
great.
today might know it as Pib Extra.
That's right. But look at this. They're having their room service on the balcony overlooking Bay Lake. Just fantastic. It's a great shot. Again, these are only
That's the pool, right?
these
Those that square
Yeah.
behind her head there.
These are unrestored screen grabs, so we're gonna make these even look better. Look at that, guys.
That's the
huh?
bullseye pool that is still there.
Look at that GE logo for. Oh, I thought I had some additional shots in here. I guess I don't. Well, we have some.
Oh, you didn't have the other carousel
I
ones?
thought I put them in there. Maybe hold on, they might be coming.
No, there's
Check your slide carousel.
Yeah. So we got the mariachi band, right?
Yeah, the GE logo from Carousel Progress when it opened.
Yeah.
Mariachi. Well, what were they called back then? I can't remember.
Was it still?
Were they mariachi? Were they? I don't think they were Mariachi Cobra back then, right?
I don't remember.
It's on the
What's
soundtrack.
those
album.
squares on the wall behind them? What are those things?
The squares? Oh, those are like windows into the shop or like display areas.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they had
Exactly. Then there's this photo. I'm gonna let's see if anybody can guess where this is from. Let's see if they could guess.
Put your answer in the
put
comments.
your answer in the chat.
Chat there.
Give it a couple
from the
minutes here.
furniture section at Strawbridge Clothing.
Pretty much.
This is the dinette sets that they
There is a
sold.
clue in the photo of where well, I wouldn't say a clue. Well, it's kind of a clue. Grandma's house. That's the first one. The General Electric Lounge. We bring good things to life.
Treehouse.
Let's see what else we get here. It takes a couple minutes. We're on tape delay here. Treehouse, Haunted Mansion before they stopped cleaning the ballroom. Lake Buena Vista Villas, Contemporaries Art Presidential Suite. All right, Horizon 1, you are correct. It is the Lake Buena Vista Villas. So, and we got a couple shots of it. Here is looking up. And somebody taking a picture, right, Brian? That's always a ha-ha moment. I'll take your picture if you take my picture. Right?
Ew.
Yeah.
And there's the outside, the exterior there.
Weren't
And then
weren't all
we're back
these
to the
allegedly
pictures.
decorated by Emile Curie, who won
I don't know.
like an Academy Award for
Decorating.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea and a bunch of Disney stuff?
How you have your homework from the time
Yes.
now until we
that
release it.
the answer is yes.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have the brochure that Alan sent us.
Yeah, because
yeah.
Oh.
the
And Alan
furniture
is saying
there's-
that in there too. It's
the
yes.
furniture there is awful. Like they're so ugly. I don't understand.
And we
It
have
was
more of it,
stylish
too.
back then.
I don't know.
That's-
Maybe.
I think that's a little dated for the time. It wasn't stylish in the 70s to me. You're like bringing in some sort of like Swedish teak or something. You know what I mean?
No, that would have been more of a kitchen set. I mean, a formal dining room. The dining room sets look like that. I mean,
I think it was very heavy Spanish, which I guess that was supposed to be the idea of the villas, I suppose. So it was
Yeah.
probably themed.
Getting back over to it here. Where are we? Gee, there we go.
Oh, you gotta go swinging around the horn here.
Yeah, it's all right. No
We're
reason
gonna-
to go through it. There it is.
Nice Toy Story reference, JT.
So there's a lot more shots. He pans down from the real high ceiling to show that the room is really big. He's in the bedroom. The bedroom's not much. This mirror here. I expected Nine Eye to go past this. I'm waiting for some French in there, with the candles. So, all right. It is an 8mm film. Yep, it is 8mm, and that's what we'll be restoring.
and you'll be shocked at how much better it looks when we're done with it.
Yeah,
so.
these are just still grabs and stuff, not much. All right, now for this next one, I have to leave this over as well, and I'm gonna I have actually something in my hands. But Brian, why don't you tell a little bit about before I press the magic
Oh
button?
my
here.
gosh.
This is big. This is big.
What would you like to know?
Let them know about what we're.
Well, it's going to be your next opportunity to get a piece of the rock and own something from the parks, from Walt Disney World specifically, that you can add to your collection. Last year, we brought you Gertie, Christmas Gertie, right?
Yep, Christmas Gertie. She's right here.
Christmas Gertie. So you were able to bring Christmas Gertie home, or rip the ball out of her mouth, and then she's just like drunk at any time of year. Red Hat Gertie.
Yep.
And we brought you the Epcot fountain
Mhm.
before Disney brought it back.
I got that right here. Hold on. We got that.
And so one of those items was seasonal, one of them wasn't. So this is not a Christmas item, right?
That's
You know,
correct. This is not a Christmas item, so it's a hint that there might be a Christmas item this year.
It's from a beloved attraction.
Mm-hmm.
It's from a beloved attraction that has at various times celebrated the seasons.
I'm not seeing anybody guess yet. They're all sitting with anticipation in the chat.
I said seasons plural,
Yeah.
so
Did we
it
lose
wouldn't just be
everybody on
like
chat?
the Country Bears doing a Christmas overlay. This
Thanksgiving.
would be seasons plural, and I got one correct answer there so far.
And it's not the Jaws ride.
I wouldn't really, no. Let's say it's in the Magic Kingdom,
Yeah.
so you can stop all guessing the land.
Oh, somebody says the balloons. No.
There we
no.
are.
Yeah.
We got a couple corrects.
Yep.
It's in the Magic Kingdom. There we go. Now they're all there. So before you burn the Christmas turkey,
Yeah.
you have to get ready for the costume party.
That's right.
And at the Carousel of Progress, right?
That's right. So what you're going to see here is a prototype. We will be announcing this hopefully Monday as a pre-sale. And then we'll try to get them to everybody before that specific season, which is our goal.
But you are the first people other than us seeing this.
Exactly. So this is a prototype that was 3D printed and painted. But here we go. This is what we're going to have for you. There you go. So this will be available starting next week. We do plan to put a little hook in the top. And a big thanks to Jim Lemus and Jason for helping design this, sculpt it. And he actually ran out and bought spray paint today and did this 3D printed one, and then even did the little bit of green on the bottom. So there you go. And I have a 3D printer at home, and I used a Sharpie to create mine. So there you go. Mine doesn't have the green, but there you can. Gives you an idea what it looks like.
So that can be an ornament. It can be, you could buy a series of them and make a little display around your house. They're not hollow, so you can't
What's
light
the
it up
top
from the inside.
light? Todd, can you
the
show
top
us
is gonna on mine? It's gonna be painted black. So if you give me
tea light, perhaps on the top?
You could put it.
Yeah, you could put that. If you burn your house down, you don't come out. You can kind of see that latest picture. Here, hold on.
Listen, Todd, I'm just trying to sell the thing.
But there
here.
will
Just
be a little
Sharpie here,
a little ability to hang it up.
That's defacing his, everybody.
Yeah, I'll just print another one for myself if I need to. So here we go. There we go. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
These will not be 3D printed for you though. These will be
no.
professionally produced like we've done our other stuff.
These are resin.
But we figured we would work into another thing. Matt asked if we could put a Bluetooth speaker in there. You could probably put one underneath of it.
It's let me get the dimensions.
That's a great idea. A little Bluetooth there at the trick or treat stands, right by the thing. That'd
Stop
be cool.
encouraging them. We have to get this out by October.
Hey, I'm just looking. They can tinker all they want
So
after
just
they
to
get
give
it.
everybody a little bit, it stands a little over 2 inches tall. We might go a little larger depending on price, but that's just currently where we have for 65 millimeters. But you can see it in Jim's hand there, so it looks good.
How can they get their own, Todd?
How can they get their own? Pay attention to us on Twitter, on our website, lbvhistory.org, retrowww.com,
Instagram,
Facebook, Instagram. Directions will be
MySpace,
posted. And essentially what it'll be...
CompuServe,
Yes. Dial up, GE, Genie.
AOL.
Find us at go.com.
That's right.
Yeah.
But essentially what it'll do is it'll be all inclusive. So your donation, you'll receive one of these once it comes in, and the donations will be available for a period of time only. So it is a limited edition run. We use your donations. That helps us get the product here. And we do anticipate having them ahead of schedule for the season. So
Haston, you can not only distribute this photo of the pumpkin, you should sell it on eBay, like print them up and be like, oh, hey, this.
Oh, no GeoCities, they're saying. So
we could add that. We would add that. Angel Fire, we're getting some good ones here.
I will say, didn't Gertie we cut off, right? Like there was a limit. So this is the same way.
Yep, same way. At some point,
so
we're going to cut it off. So if you're
you don't want to miss it.
There'll be a point where we decide it has to go into production.
Yep. And
in order for us to be able to get it back and get it out to you in time for Halloween. Right. So you're not getting it, like the week after Halloween. So
and part of what
we'll have it to you time before it.
And we don't want to over order either, right? We don't want to
correct.
Over-order. So
correct.
But yep. So that gives you an idea of the size. It's perfect to use as an ornament, desk ornament. Do what you way. So we'll probably put a little hook on the top, and then you can tie some ribbon on or hang it up. Oh yeah, you know what? I forgot to paint his eyebrows on mine. No wonder he looks so odd. Hold on. Let me just get this. Get a nice
You'd be like that guy
line.
in the video. Everybody liked his eyebrows.
Yeah, there we go.
Get yourself one. Get yourself a friend one for a gift too. You know,
Exactly.
get
You
two.
could give him a mustache, Todd, if you wanted.
Careful.
What do you guys? You want to go? Hold on. We'll do. Hold on. Let me do a little. We're just gonna give a little shadow there.
Easy.
We're not done the announcements, by the way.
No, hold on. I got a nice one here. Hold on. We're gonna. There we go.
See, this is the bonus you
This
all
is the
come
boss.
for.
All right, we went.
Most everybody hanging in there.
We
I
went on the
appreciate it.
Dali. A little bit of the.
There we
curly.
go. I like that.
see.
So
Yeah.
you could adjust yours however you like.
Exactly. If
He's
you,
like the Guy Fawkes pumpkin.
yeah.
All right. So the ordering thing will go up next week.
Yep.
And there will be a Christmas holiday item this year as well.
Oh, I have a sample
Uh,
sitting right
that
here, but I
comes-
will not
no.
bring it over. I
No,
won't.
because it's not ready yet,
It looks
and
nice,
you
though.
can't bring it out till it's ready.
Really, really nice. So
It will be the hottest Halloween we've had in years. Yes, Matt. Thank you. We did get a question beforehand. Somebody asked
Yes.
we were going to be talking a little bit about retro magic tonight. Since our last podcast or the last movie night, we announced the date of retro magic. It'll be the weekend of April 22nd to 24th, 2022, in the Walt Disney World Resort, probably at the Contemporary Resort Hotel. That's where you expect to be. And it'll be a day-long event. The main event on Sunday, April 24th. Right, that's my date, correct?
Yep.
And we have some people signed up. There are some folks that have already confirmed, Disney legends, people who have never appeared in at an event, at a Disney event in the Florida resort before. We have someone who was with Roy at the press conference in 1969. We've got an author who has put out several books, including one coming out this year. We've got some folks who are the subject of a book coming out on women in Imagineering. So there'll be a lot of names that will be revealed soonish, but not too soonish,
that's right.
because the list is incomplete, and we like to wow you when we announce it. So we are 9-10 months away now, so there's still a lot of time, and I'm not sure when we're going to put those tickets on sale, but you'll get plenty of warning.
Yeah.
Yep.
It will not be the last day of the month when we say that we'll release it like during the month.
That's right.
No.
And
Who would do
we've got
such
room.
thing?
If all goes well, we have room to expand, so we shouldn't sell out in 3 hours. So we can grow.
Was it 3 hours
we-
or 1 hour?
I don't know how.
A couple
well
of
it was.
questions. A video option for those who can't attend. We do release the presentations, the ones we're allowed to. We had one last time we weren't allowed to release because it was some proprietary and private information. Joe Lanza, stop trying to dox us here. Maybe she's coming, maybe she's not, but she is. So I forget what I was saying. VIP night,
VIP night,
and video. Video, we do release it like 6 months afterwards once we've edited it down and all. Package for the hotels, we'll try. Disney is sometimes cooperative, sometimes not. But we work on that. VIP night, that's in the plans. But we, again, we have to be able to pull it together.
Right.
Price-ish, less than Destination D.
Yep.
It'll probably be a little more than it was last time, but not, this is not going to be
It's not gonna be
cash in your life
$300.
insurance or anything. No.
It's not going to be 300. We want to make sure that we can provide you guys what you expect out of it, that it's a great day. We pace ourselves properly with it. I know Destination D doesn't have the food. We're trying to figure out what we can do for food. We heard all your comments from last time in terms of coffee and all those different things. So it's a lot to balance. And look, we're not here to make a profit of it. We want to break even. That's the goal. We pass on the savings to you. Right? Exactly.
Buy pumpkins and
right.
it won't cost as much.
That's right.
Buy Christmas ornaments. And actually, we do pile all that
Yeah.
money into flying people in from California and other places. And we are working very hard to have a roster of people who haven't been here before for other Disney events, who had a role or have something to bring to the table, for the 50 years of Walt Disney World. And we try to get as many of the, we are losing these older folks who open the parks in Florida at an alarming pace. And so we're trying to get as many of them that can still travel to come in and join us. And,
and for those that just comment, I would totally donate for another Platinum Movie Night for a presentation of the events that can be shared. Great to know that it's something that we might be able to do afterwards, especially for those. Maybe we can even run one of the old ones too that we can't officially distribute through those means. But
Horizons One asked, does Disney appreciate the love and passion we pour into these events? They've been nothing but supportive and helpful. We've worked with Disney events. We've never been anything but received anything but compliments from the folks in Disney who work adjacent to us and do this same kind of thing. It's not like they're calling up people saying, don't do that event or anything. None of that stuff goes on. It's very cooperative. We're fortunate because I don't want to say clientele, our fan base, our supporters share the interest that we have. So we're able to more laser focus our events on the kinds of things we like, which we're fortunate there's enough other folks out there who like the same things we do.
That's right. And yes, people say plus donate. Absolutely. So just purchasing this little guy here, donating for him, and this is your gift. That's huge. That helps us. And as Brian said, with the Christmas ornaments and donating on live chat here, or just when you got a couple bucks, that all goes to the pot that helps us buy these films, restore them. But more importantly, when that pool grows large enough as it has, and helps us be able to do the things that Brian's talking about, because it's not cheap. We gotta fly a lot of people in
and put them up
in hotels. Yeah, there's a bill for that. It just does, and Disney doesn't just say, "Oh, we're nice. We're going to give you, we're going to give this here." And United, and there's no deals on that. We got to get the person on the flight, and some people we may want to put into might have some very special people that might require some different airline treatment. So, and that's.
We've got a request to give Ella a happy birthday.
Oh,
so
yes.
not only are we going to say happy birthday to you, Ella, we're going to say it in person when we see you at Retro Magic 2 Electric Boogaloo,
That's right.
as it was named by our friend Reese. And I adore that name.
Well, happy birthday, Ella. I remember we met you first time. What was it, the boat, or was it Epcot 35? I can't remember.
I know I met her at Epcot 35.
Definitely, yeah.
So what else can we tell them about Retro Magic? All I'll tell you is there's so much cool stuff in the works.
Yeah.
It's in the early phases, but the yeses that we've gotten so far for people we've booked, some of the panels and presentations that we have planned, it's going to be a little bit less of the, guy or gal standing up there for 35 minutes with a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah.
Not as much of that this time. A little bit more mixed up. We're going to try and keep things a little shorter, move a little faster. For some of the stuff, but it's going to be great.
Yep.
It really is. I'm very, very excited about it. And
I'll add too, you guys, you do a lot of this planning and you can see it. You've learned a lot more how to do this and, the ins and outs of it. So you can expect, I think, an even smoother, well-run event than before too, from Todd and Brian do a lot of the logistical stuff, and I throw an idea out and they're like, no, that won't work. We already know that won't work. Like, all right, sorry.
Shut up, JT.
Continue on.
Shut up, Meg.
So, yeah. But we've got some other ideas too. One of the things that we're rattling our heads over is, when we do these nice gifts for you guys, like what can we do for the gift at the event? We've done the ornaments. That's always an opportunity. So we want to try some different things and bring other things to you. So that's been a challenge. And absolutely balancing the time is key. As Brian pointed out, I think, we learned from it. Some of the prior presentations probably did go a little long or a little too PowerPointy. And the ones where it was an informal chat, just made it feel a little more comfortable, a little more meaningful, a little tighter knit. So we hope to get to those. Don't get me wrong, there's going to be a PowerPoint at some point.
Yeah, but there will be some.
Well, I'm going to do my
us.
film restoration. We're going to
go
through.
We're going to have some of our own.
On that.
We're also going to have an opportunity for at least in one panel, for you guys to have a Q&A with a guest that you've probably seen at other events and said, boy, I wish I could ask that person a question.
Right.
And rather than us come up with a new idea for a panel, I think that you should have the opportunity to ask some questions and directly interact with them. So
In this
we know
presentation, you were the star.
yes. So
we'd
there'll
love
be
to
good
hear your
opportunities for that.
Questions not only for them, but I think one of the things we floated around last time was getting questions from the audience ahead of time, or as you walk in, fill out a question for us. We just reach into a bowl and appropriate questions only. Thank you. But might be a fun way to do it too. But we've got a lot of ideas. It's a long day for all of us. It's an exhausting day. And I've got to get new shoes before. Remember, gentlemen, it was so tight.
Yeah, problem.
Yeah. I lost my feeling in my big toe for about 2 months afterwards, both of them. So, but all right.
Sandwich questions. You've not heard the last about the handwich, but yes, we saw the Defunct Land video. That fella's in touch with us pretty regularly for using some of our footage, and had asked permission. I didn't know he was going to make me a star, so I'll tell a quick story. There's someone who Matt has met, a musician over in New Jersey who runs a small nightclub over there, does performances, and I know him from a completely different non-Disney piece of my life. And I was talking back and forth with him a few days ago, and he said, oh, by the way, he said, are you some kind of big deal in the Disney community? I said, what are you talking about? He's like, oh, I was watching this. I love these Defunct Land videos.
You're in there.
And he said, I was watching one, and all of a sudden, there you are, Disney historian Brian Miles. And I was like, oh my goodness. I said, yeah. I said, I don't quite know how to say this, but kind of a big deal. People know me. I'm full of total Ron Burgundy.
We say like a military briefing. Brian Miles explains
that's what
things.
Yes.
It's pretty funny
So
you say
that
that, because last weekend I got a text from the COC who I report to at work, and she says, I'm talking with my nephew. You're a legend. I'm like, well, I have no idea. So apparently he produces little Disney clips and knows us very well. So
Fun.
It gets around what we do. So, well, thank you very much, gentlemen, and thank you to all of the watchers tonight on YouTube. I really appreciate you guys joining, and hope this was fun for you. We've got a lot of film, as you saw, coming up, so we're going to edit that together. It's going to take me a little while to get that together amongst all the other things we've got going on. But watch our YouTube channel. We have just put together, and we've got, I think, close to 50 different videos that are now going to be released in batches. So if you don't subscribe to our YouTube channel, find that little button down there. It's below Brian, right? Brian, can you point to it? Just right there. Hit subscribe right now. Right, we're doing that.
It's like the Brady Bunch.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody point. Subscribe, and we're going to be releasing them in batches. So follow us there, and you'll get 5 or 6 in one day that are all going to be themed. So we've got a Communicore one coming out. We've got Defunct Dark Rides coming out, a whole bunch of them, and that's not even the tip of the iceberg. I still have 174 different videos and films in queue. So I can't keep, as soon as we get a bunch of them done, more come in.
Someday we're just going to have to flood the market and dump everything and crash the market for retro videos.
Exactly.
The year of the film was a joke compared to what's coming next.
That's true.
It's the decade of film is what it is. So, but we love bringing it to you. We love doing these nights for you. We'll be back probably in a month or two. We'll do another one for you. And don't forget, look for us on Twitter, Facebook, and our websites and Instagram next week, probably Monday, to reserve your pumpkin. So reserve it as soon as you can, because we might decide very early, all right, that's all we can do, and close that out. So get it in there. And thank you very much. And if you can, give us a shout out on iTunes when you listen to us in the podcast. If you feel like donating, as always, you can head over to lbvhs.org. Just click the donate button, and we'll go from there. So, gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me this evening. Thanks to all of our listeners. And
thanks for having us, Todd.
Absolutely. Yeah. I got to get back and fix this thing. They're telling me it's broken.
Again.
You know, I mean, you think Nunes would have had this thing taken care of by now. But and how, can you just, real quick before we sign off, can you just demonstrate, you're at the bar there. Can I hold on. I just want to press a button. Hold on. Hold on.
Which drink did he order? I
Hold
forget
on,
which
hold
drink
on.
it is.
I just want to press the button. You ready? I'm going to, okay.
Yeah, ready.
All right, there we go. There we go. Okay, a little further. There. Good night, Hal.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Oh, that's priceless.